Hello, hello, and welcome to Losers Become Winners for October 5th, with Tigers leading Duke at 131, 131% for Duke on the Tigers side. There it is, Duke at 131 on the Tigers side. We are last bar low right here, and any out will do. We own Duke goes 769 against a 1230 potential profit. Even if we drop down here and got out, let's say we hit maybe 11 1050, it's still way above the 769, and this loss leader will come off our loss leader system, go to the winner's circle. That said, let's move on now to our next leader of the Tigers, and that is Edison. And here is Edison, and Edison is their price channel is down here. They are only at 59%. Another 40%, we can get it. This could be very much a rally base rally right out of the textbook from OTA. Okay, that takes us now into CVX. And CVX is a put. It is still below the, it's still generating toward the downtrend. It is, and the stop is up here. It's just entering the EP for the Tigers. So we can get a stop anywhere in this zone. We should be good for at least a small profit or a break even. Okay, that takes us now to the next person on the list, and that is a American Energy. And there it is. So American Energy is nice move up, nice rocket up. Eventually, the green price channel will catch up and start trailing right behind it. We've seen the same action with the moving averages. This is going to be the same thing with price channel. Okay, price channel is done on that. Now IYR, and here is IYR, and here we go. So YIR, our entry is way up here, and our stop is still down here because we're still only 17%. But eventually this will start. You see how the black price channel has broken away from the 20, and now we're going to moving up to the green price channel. Alrighty, so now we have UAA, Under Armour. And Under Armour is one of my favorite trade at this time in here. Why? Because this was really down in the dumpers last week, right in here, and now it's moving up nicely. We had a slight move up on the green price channel, and it's running at 9%. So go UAA! Everybody else is running behind, and that pretty much wraps up for the Tigers. Heading over to the Alphas. Oh, I'm sorry. We got to go back to the Tigers one more time, and that is because we got stopped out of TLT. So let's go review TLT. TLT got stopped out for a 67% loss in 33 days. We have not had that deep of a loss in a while. So there it is, and it happens. These things happen, and the reason it happened. Look, the gap. See that big drop gap? You can't prevent against it. You can use figure it's going to happen. The laws of probability, you're going to have some pretty heavy exits occasionally. But in return, you're going to have some pretty heavy exits to counterbalance that. So in the end of the long theory of big numbers, it will take care of itself. All right, that does take care of the Tigers. Let's go on now to the Alphas. And here at the Alphas, Walgreen now is the leader for the Alphas. And there are no new entrances, and we have an adjusted stop. Look at this. This close. Let's zoom in there a little closer to see this. We do have our stop. It's by pennies, but we do have a close above the 30-day. The close was at 36.62, 36.62, and the MA is 36.54. That therefore qualifies for a stop here. So if we get stopped out here tomorrow, we'll pick up a little bit of a profit from Walgreen to work down on the rock of 2404. Remember, rock becomes pebbles, pebbles become profit, and profit does payback. Okay, that takes us to ITB. ITB is here, and they're slowly moving up. No line yet. Not until it gets past that EP, gets past the entry. Then I'll start doing those drawings that you've seen earlier. I'll just stick with the warning track right now to remind me that close below the MA will then establish an out for the ITB call. That takes us to T. Ready at T for AT&T. AT&T is, and you can see our angle of attack is still running in the down direction. We got our warning track here in standby. I'll move it over a little bit to keep us alert to that. And I'll be looking for a sweet spot somewhere in here. If price continues moving up, somewhere in here, and it would might be a small win or a small loss, but that really is. So that is the conclusion of excuse me. That is the conclusion of today's uh, do this right one of these days. Tigers lead with Duke, and Tigers at 5 and Alphas at 10. Now, in closing, quickly, don't cry for the Tigers. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Don't cry for me, Tigers. Why? The Tigers are only a few $100s out of their benchmark of the challenge. They are virtually worked their way back from negative back to almost a break even for the account for the challenge. The Alphas, on the other hand, is still a couple of thousand behind. Even though they have scored the points and have added to their coffer, they're still behind in the in their entrance at the challenge of their benchmark. So that is the thing. So even though we have higher points on the alphas, it doesn't mean that the Tigers are totally out of the game. The Tigers are winning in performance, and those are the two matrix that we have to measure: winning points, which is related more like winning ratio, but more importantly, what is the performance? And with that, we are going to conclude today's report for the Tigers. For the losers become winners for the Tigers at 5 and the Alphas at 10. And I thank you very much. Bye bye.